in a world shattered by war, where magic is forbidden and the last of humanity is ruled by fear. One which refuses to die, and one hunter hides a monstrous secret: betrayal, rebellion, and a fight for survival in the cursed wastelands known as the Lost Lands. This isn't just a battle between good and evil, it's a battle between fate and freedom. Get ready for a story of dark magic, shape-shifting wolves, ruthless rulers, and a witch they couldn't hang. This is the witch that will not hang in the Lost Lands. In the near future, a massive war destroys the world. Earth becomes a wasteland called the Lost Lands, and the last of humanity now lives in one city. It's ruled by the Overlord, and the church enforces strict control. One day, a woman named Gray is sentenced to hang for being a witch. The enforcer, a brutal officer of the church, makes an example out of her. But after the enforcer leaves, Gray uses her magic to make a soldier hallucinate that he's the one hanging. He panics and shoots the rope, accidentally freeing her. Still hallucinating, he thinks Gray is nearby and shoots again, killing another soldier. When the enforcer hears of this, she kills the bewitched man and leads a team to hunt Gray down. Gray, hiding in the shadows, silently eliminates the soldiers one by one until only the enforcer remains. She captures her, and instead of a quick death, Gray hangs the enforcer. As Gray walks away, the crowd calls her the witch that will not hang. Elsewhere, a lone warrior named Boyce rides through the wasteland. Sensing an ambush at a tunnel, he warns the attackers aloud. One of them grabs his gun, but is booby-trapped with a two-headed snake that kills him instantly. Boyce summons guns with his hands and takes down the whole group, then retrieves his pet snake. Back with Gray, she finds shelter in a tower and leaves money for a blind woman who recognizes her kindness. Soon after, the queen and her captain Jarrah arrive. The queen wants to buy shapeshifting magic to become a wolf and offers expensive jewelry as payment. Gray never refuses a request and agrees to take the job she hunt, a shapeshifter, and take its power before the next full moon, which is in 6 days. Gray also wants to buy a wish. He hopes Gray fails the queen because he believes the power will destroy her. Gray is suspicious but accepts his timepiece as payment. Using a spell, Gray sees a vision of a massive wolf killing a group of men. Meanwhile, the Overlord calls the queen for help after wetting himself again. She mocks him and soon meets secretly with Boyce, her lover. When Boyce tries to sneak out of the palace, guards stop him. So he spits alcohol at a torch and sets one on fire, then kicks the other down the stairs. Later, at a bar, Gray finds Boyce and tries to hire him as a guide through the Lost Lands. He prefers gambling, so Gray plays and wins. She promises that if she slows him down, he can leave her behind. Boyce reveals that the deadly wolf she's seeking lives near Skull River, and Gray offers him the timepiece as payment. Suddenly, soldiers burst into the bar. One fires from above, but Boyce throws his snake at him, killing him. The snake bites another soldier, who loses his arm, but the enforcer arrives and kills the snake. Gray and Boyce slip away. Back at the church, the patriarch demands all witches be punished. Secretly, the people pass around notes about a rebellion, and Gray is becoming its symbol. The enforcer tortures the blind woman to reveal that Gray met with the queen and Jarrah. The patriarch orders Gray captured and forced to confess to manipulating the queen, then be hanged. Gray and Boyce camp in the Lost Lands. One night, Boyce approaches Gray with a blade, but he's only saving her from a scorpion. The next day, they reach a trading post run by Boyce's old friends, Mara and Ross. Gray explains her mission deadline, so Boyce decides on a dangerous shortcut. That night, he and Mara share a moment, regretting their time apart. The next morning, Gray notices a beast skeleton in a cage. Meanwhile, the enforcer rides a train across the Lost Lands in search of them. The queen confronts the patriarch for sending soldiers without her approval. He accuses her of betrayal but pretends to believe her. Privately, he confirms her guilt and pushes the enforcer to find Gray quickly. If the queen is arrested and the Overlord dies, he can take control. Soldiers capture Mara and Ross and torture them until Mara reveals Gray and Boyce's location. Then they kill them and burn the post. Gray and Boyce arrive at a ruined city called the Rift, where they hope to cross using a cable car. But the car's driver is dead, killed by soldiers. They're soon surrounded. The soldiers offer to spare Boyce if he hands over Gray and show Mara's corpse as proof. But Mara, barely alive, calls Boyce's name, and the enforcer kills her. Enraged, Boyce opens fire while Gray grabs weapons from fallen soldiers. They fight together, killing the first wave. But more soldiers pour out from the train. The pair fights back, but they're outnumbered and out of bullets. A cannon fires at them as they flee, but they manage to escape and jump into the moving cable car. As the car crosses a deep canyon, soldiers climb aboard, but Gray kills them one by one. The enforcer cuts the cable, and the car crashes into a chasm. Gray and Boyce climb out just in time, but Boyce is shot. Gray uses her magic to distract the enforcer and help them escape. That night, Gray treats Boyce's wound. He vows revenge. Elsewhere, the queen learns she's pregnant and pretends the overlord is the father. She kills him to secure the throne. Gray and Boyce reach a cursed place called Shadow's Bane. They hide in a tower and use gas to create a fire trap. At night, demons attack. Boyce lights the gas and traps them in fire. They fight off more demons, including a leader who recognizes Gray. She summons a fire tornado that burns them all. But it was just an illusion. She tricked them into thinking they were burning. She explains that a man once hired her to steal a treasure here, but it corrupted him and turned him and his followers into demons. The patriarch declares the queen's unborn baby will be the next ruler. Jeray fires a shot to make the people cheer. Privately, the patriarch insults the queen and urges the enforcer to hurry. The queen manipulates Jeray into helping her. Gray and Boyce reach the fire fields. She urges Boyce to leave, but he stays. The next day, they walk through a tunnel and hear a train coming. Gray runs along the tracks to bait the enforcer into chasing her. At the last second, she jumps and Boyce catches her. The train crashes and explodes, killing the enforcer and her soldiers. The patriarch tries to seize power, but Jeray and his army kill him and his guards. The queen becomes the sole ruler. She and Jeray celebrate together. Finally, Gray and Boyce reach Skull River, where bones litter the ground. At night, Boyce transforms under the full moon. He was the shapeshifter all along. Gray fights him with silver claws, using illusions to strike when he's vulnerable. She brings him down and later stitches him up, secretly hiding silver inside his body to weaken him. When Boyce awakens in chains, he begs for a wish to be with her, to hunt together, to end their loneliness. She agrees, but with a price. As the moon rises again, she cuts into his chest. The next morning, she drops the timepiece on his grave and leaves with his pelt. Back in the city, the people chant her name and rebels tear down the church's cross. Gray gives the pelt to Jeray for the queen to use. When Jeray complains she failed, she tells him Boyce is dead now. Jeray can have the queen, his true wish. But when the queen sees the pelt, she realizes Boyce is gone. He was her true love, and she wanted to become a beast to be with him. In a rage, she kills Jeray with a hairpin. The rebels storm the palace and kill the guards. As the sun rises, the wolf pelt burns to ashes. At that moment, Boyce's grave trembles. He comes back to life. Later, Boyce confronts Gray to kill her. She reveals she knew everything about his love for the queen and how this plan would free the city and save him. He tries to shoot her, but the gun fails. They clash with blades at each other's throats. Gray reminds him this is what he wished for. Boyce agrees. Together, they walk into the Lost Lands once again.